So we talk about the Bio 800 breakdown product, which is, again, where we take the species and we elevate the populations to be more dominant around breaking down plant cellulose, corn stover, and the likes. And there's other microbial breakdown products out there, but ours is different because we really focus on the fungi to do the heavy lifting. And frankly, bacteria cannot break down plant cellulose material really at all. They can help add to some things that break it down, but they don't directly break it down. But the fungi, if you get the right fungi in there in the right populations, they will absolutely consume your leftover stover and any kind of cellulose material. So Brian or Terry, tell us, you guys used the breakdown quite a bit this year. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Go ahead. This is one of my cornfields. We came in right behind the combine, and then we let it just set. We had some good weather, so it was warm. We did catch a rain in between there, and then after that we went out and I vertical tilled everything. And then I think it was about a week to 10 days later, we went out and started looking at what was all growing. We did have an agronomist with us. I believe she's a big agronomist out of Iowa State. Right. And she was just amazed with everything that was growing here. And she's like opening up stalks, saying, oh my gosh, you could not have this pink color in here and this color in here. You know, she was crazy excited. She looked at us and she had, this is the best product I've ever seen in 20 years. She goes, there's a lot of breakdown products out there. She goes, I've never seen anything like this. So that was pretty cool to see. So vertical tilled everything. That's it. We're planting right into that. It literally is ready for planting.
And what you see here, all this little white fuzz that looks like it's growing on the plants, that's the mycelium, the beneficial fungi that are in there, you know, going to work to start to degrade this. And this was how long after planting did you take this picture? I say planting, harvest, spraying.
This is probably about 3 weeks after we sprayed it.
Okay.
Like literally the stalks just were falling apart because everything on the inside was just, I mean, mostly broke down after 3 weeks.
Yeah. And think about it, you know, for those of you that are just kind of learning, how much nutrient is tied up in, you know, in your average corn stover that's now going to go back into the soil. Think about how much more efficiently it's going to be for you guys to plant next spring, and how much better the soil is going to be because we don't have to do a deep till, because it's going to break down naturally.
Yeah, and just think about, I did all my bean stubble too. Just think about how much that the bugs are going to lock up the nitrogen that was left over. You know, the nitrogen left over and the nitrogen that you're getting from your beans. You know, the bugs get in there, they lock that up, and then they're not going anywhere. So that's going to be right there for the plant the following year.
Yeah, that's a great point, Brian. So by having the right consortium of microbes there, those microbes are actually going to, certain ones of the species are going to actually eat and consume your nitrogen, which sounds like maybe I don't want it to eat and consume the nitrogen, but actually you do, because then we don't lose it to volatilization, we don't lose it to runoff, it stays where we want it. And then as the soil becomes active in the spring, the fungi start to, and the protozoa, amoebas, they all start to become active. They actually consume the bacteria that have consumed that nitrogen. They then digest it and convert it into a form that's available to the plant right at the root zone. So it's a really efficient way to help make sure we hold on to that nitrogen, you know, from harvest to germination.